Hi, welcome to another Hotel Tales What's Your Story Chat series. Hotel management institutions around the world designs its professional qualifications to try and meet the complex needs of the hospitality industry. In these institutions, students will be imparted with relevant skills to operate hotels and its facilities within it. Taylor's School of Hospitality, Tourism and Events is one such institution that prepares students for this challenging world of hospitality. With us today in this chat series is Dr. Suresh Kannan, Senior Lecturer, School of Hospitality, Tourism and Events, Faculty of Social Sciences and Leisure Management of Taylor's University. Dr. Suresh holds a PhD in Business Administration and is an associate member of the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants UK and a fellow member of the Institute of Internal Auditors Malaysia. Dr. Suresh retired from the industry after serving many years of work with various industries. His last job before retirement was with Bursa Malaysia, where he worked for 18 years. The other industries he had worked for include urban public land transportation, sugar plantation and refinery, and plastic product manufacturing businesses in Singapore. Immediately upon his retirement in December 2010, he entered the academic world by joining Taylor's University, teaching postgraduate students on financial management and managerial economics for the last 10 years. For the undergraduate students, he teaches hotel revenue management. Let's welcome Dr. Suresh and find out what's his story. Stay tuned. Hi, welcome to Hotel Tales Chat Series. A hotel management qualification can open a vast number of job opportunities, not only in the hotel industry, but also opens doors to companies in tours and travel, cruise ships, restaurants and catering industries. We are very privileged today to have with us Dr. Suresh Kannan, Senior Lecturer, School of Hospitality, Tourism and Events at Taylor's University, to discuss the importance of academic qualification for people who has passion for this industry. Dr. Suresh, welcome to Hotel Tales What's Your Story Chat series.
Thank you, Hanley, and it's nice to be with you today.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Suresh. Over the years, I'm sure you have seen so many changes in the offering of hospitality management course. Can you tell us how these courses have evolved over the years?
That's a very good, interesting question, Hanley. Now, basically, hotel management courses were run basically from Switzerland, Cornell's in the US and all that. In Malaysia, it started off purely because of the demand that is there from the industry. So the courses were tailored towards meeting that industry demand. So educational institutions, which were then providing courses like Taylor's as well, there were many others as well, we were actually designing our programs to meet the requirements of this demand that is coming from the industry. So most of it was purely skill-based. At that time, was more practical components in their degree and all that. Over time, the evolution has taken place. If you look at the industry now as well, you find a lot of the graduates who are joining them are also those with a bachelor's degree as well as a master's degree. So you have students who are actually holding these degrees and joining the industry today.
Yeah. Can you give us a brief introduction of what hospitality programs Taylor's is offering?
At Taylor's, we actually provide the full level of all the degrees that are offered at the hospitality program. We have at the lowest level a diploma in hotel management. That is for students who are actually having an STPM and who have a desire to join the hotel industry, right? And they can join at that level directly, or alternatively, they can actually go and do the foundation and then join our degree program. So we have a diploma program, we have a degree in international hospitality management, we don't stop there. We have a master's in international hospitality management. And then, of course, we also have a postgraduate in hospitality and tourism degree, doctoral degree. So we have the full spectrum.
Wow. So you really can cater to the different levels of market. But which is the level or which level are you preparing the students when they enter the job market? Which level do you mainly prepare them to enter?
Now, most of our students, because we have an international group of students, most of them are international. We have from 10 different countries in the world at any one time, even for our diploma as well as for our degree program. So most of our students actually are in the diploma, progressing to the degree.
Right.
Most of them progress to the degree, about 99% of them progress to the degree. And then they actually move on from there. They move on from that to back to the industries and other places as well. So most of it are there. And then some of them come back. Some of them come back and they start doing their master's program. Masters in International Hospitality Management. And we also have students from, our master's program is actually about 25 to 35 at any one time, our intake at that time. And we have international students as well. So we have students from Korea, we have students from Japan, we have students from Maldives, we have students from the Middle East. So we have about 5 to 6 different countries. So we have an international group of students. That's our master's, and we have also a very large postgraduate program, which is the doctoral. Purely because we are actually catering for those lecturers who are in the hospitality. They need a PhD. So we have quite a lot of, in fact, I myself, I'm supervising 7 postgraduate doctoral degree. This is in hospitality, and these are mainly lecturers of other universities.
Right.
In fact, I've graduated quite a number of lecturers as well. So quite a number of lecturers from local universities as well as international universities are actually our students.
You know, Dr. Suresh, I've always been very interested to know from the university's perspective, how many % of students after they have graduated actually join the industry?
That's a very interesting question, and that's a question everybody poses. All right. Of course, industry-wise, you'll find it about 25 to 35% of the graduates actually do not join the industry. And they do not join. The rest of them join the industry, and then some of them after 1 or 2 years may also move on, and that's natural part of it. But you do join. So that means a large portion of them actually do join. These 25 and 35%, they have the other reasons. Some of the reasons are that they already have, their parents are having a business and they join their business. So you have a lot that they actually does. Even my master's program as well from a bachelor student, I still remember one bachelor student who's in Cameron Highlands and then told me, oh, father is owning the hotel there. That is why I took up the course. And then we had one student in Indonesia as well, who had the same thing. The parents are actually owning hotels. So that's why they joined the program. So these are the different categories. There's also students who are actually progressing to do their master's degree. We had alumni last week. I met one of our ex-students. I said, where are you now? I said, I am actually in Switzerland. She's doing a master's degree in Switzerland. So we have that, so the 25 to 35% mix up of students who are actually moving out because they are the ones who want to do a postgraduate degree or they want to actually start their own business. Right. Some of them actually start their own business, but they are related to the hospitality industry. Some actually I've known students which are actually providing juice and syrups to the hotels.
Still related.
Yeah, because quite a number of our students are entrepreneurial in nature. So in our case, we have quite a number of students who are actually going into business on their own. The current trend is like that. Generation doesn't want to work for somebody; they want to work for themselves. So that's a trend now. Yes. So you find that the percentage is slightly increasing for that.
For degree students, for degree graduates, what kind of jobs or positions will you usually advise these students to apply for, when they've completed their course?
In Tailors, actually, to be very frank with you, in Tailors, because our program is such that we made it in such a way that we have what we call a STEP program and the GEM program. This is to actually get the industry people to work with us and actually shortlist those students of ours who are either in the second year, to see whether they want to be potential employees of that organization. That's the STEP program we have. The GEM program is actually shortlisting those who are potential to become the general managers directly. So we have this program. So in Tailors, generally, most of the students actually get a job in the hotel very easily. So the only thing is that we are our target is to get them into the middle management, either junior management after their bachelor's degree. And then hopefully that later on they'll come back and join us for our master's program. Our master's program are in the evening, so they can actually join us. It starts at 6.
Right, that's very good, yeah. Hotel business is always known as a very hands-on business. Yeah? Whilst academic qualification is important to give students this foundation of the business, practical experience is equally or even probably more important. How do you, as a university or as an institution, how do you balance this between academic and practical?
Right, that's very interesting. The hospitality program and the hospitality course, if you look at it, right, it's not like a management class, though it's now changing to management. But historically, it's what in good old days we used to call as a vocational training kind of program. These are hands-on. We use motor skills. So in Tailors, we have our hospitality suits, where we have hospitality suits. We have the front office suits, where we actually give them training. We have the Delphi as well as the Opera system in there to actually give them hands-on training in there in the campus itself. So quite a number of our students actually are getting hands-on experience in the campus itself. And in the campus, we got 4 training restaurants. For hospitality students, they actually go to our restaurant and they get the diners, those who come are actually people who are coming to eat. It's a restaurant where outsiders can come, or even other students can join to have their meals. And these are actually a training class. It's a training class. As a training class, you have the lecturer, which are also trying to pinpoint and tell the students, okay, this is the way to do serving and all that. So it is actually a training class, which is real life. So we prepare them to that level.
No, I've been to your Lakeside campus. So impressive. It's really so well equipped. Yes, you're right. You even have a hotel there, a restaurant, various restaurants there. It's you're really building that environment for the student, and I think this is really fantastic for what your Tailors is doing. Yeah, Dr. Suresh, with this shift in the industry dynamics due to this recent pandemic, many hotel groups are changing the way they structure their hotel business and also the way they conduct their business. What does Tailors do to keep up to date with such fast-changing trends?
The word for is fast-changing, especially in the hotel industry. What was last year may not apply this year. And that is true even in the pandemic. But that is what we noticed in the last 10 years I was in the industry. Things have changed. Our programs keep changing every year. We have what we call the industry advisory panel. We invite industry experts to really sit down on, it's actually half a day. They sit down, look at every component we have. They ask us questions what we teach, and they will tell whether they are relevant for the industry today. So that is what we do. And of course, we got another group of people who are actually looking at what is the future hoteliers skills and competency that's required. And we make the changes to that. In fact, right now, we are also coming up with another area we call micro-credentialing, where we do a short 2 or 3 credits where a person from the industry can actually sit and then progress towards his master's or his bachelor's degree program. So we are doing all that purely because the nature of the industry is so dynamic. It keeps changing over a 1 year cycle itself.
Yeah, so you're always up to date. Yeah. One final question, Dr. Suresh, I have for you is, we have a lot of hoteliers listening into this program. We have a lot of hotel GMs as well, a lot of senior management people listening to this. Do you recommend that hoteliers currently go for postgraduate studies to improve themselves? And what's your advice to this group of people who are currently working? Do you think they should improve themselves in the with academic qualifications and register in a postgraduate program of tailors?
All right, that's an interesting question. All right, if you look at in the Malaysian scenario, quite a number of hoteliers, general managers of hotels, are actually a product of tailors itself. They actually said, and for the MIHM, our Masters in International Hospitality Management, I actually teach the module as well. So quite a number of the hoteliers are also my students. And we encourage general managers, and as well as those higher level management within the hotel to actually do a master's degree, purely because you must recognize one thing. In the hotel industry, the customer is changing. The way a hotel industry competition keeps on changing. We didn't have Airbnb before. We have all that now. We didn't have OTAs before. We have OTAs now. We also have those wholesale purchases. So you find things are changing so vibrantly. If you do not go and do a master's degree, then you're not opening up your mind. Right. That is what we say. Otherwise, you'll be looking at it very shallow from what you have actually are working on in your industry.
Thank you very much for this insight. You are truly a guru in the hospitality scene. We have been speaking to Dr. Suresh Kannan, a senior lecturer with Taylor's University. Thank you again very much, Dr. Suresh, for coming on to the show. Thank you.
Thank you. And say hi to my general manager friends in the industry.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.